Coming up, we go to the edge of town to see the school that's at the end of our reach.
And artists across the district show off their skills.
These stories and more ahead.
Frisco ISD-TV starts now. Thanks for tuning in to Frisco ISD-TV. I'm Sondra Tennie.
And I'm Sheehan. In It's Elementary, my dear, we flash back to tiny troopers who met up with an ace of their own. Ashlynn has more.
Ogle Elementary rounded up troops from a kindergarten and second grade class, marching them into the library for a big surprise. Students Addison and Brody Brooks had been waiting patiently for their dad to come home from Afghanistan, where he'd served the past 9 months. They expected their dad to come home after Christmas. However, he surprised them during school. The homecoming was camouflaged as a library visit for reading buddies. Soon after, they were reunited with their dad in a tearful celebration. Their dad's service to the country extended to the classroom as students learned about his military experience. The Brooks family has since packed up their boots and moved to Ohio. However, they've left their mark on Ogle Elementary by giving them the chance to see the importance of sacrifice of both the military and family unit. I'm Ashlynn for Frisco ISD-TV.
Thanks, Ashlynn. Robertson Elementary really stands out. Morgan Yarnick caught up with this far-out school.
On the east side of 423 is a lakeside town that's home to a one-of-a-kind campus in Frisco ISD. The corner of Canyon Lake Drive and Wood Lake Parkway houses the only Frisco ISD campus in Little Elm.
Robertson opened in 2007, and a lot of it just has to do with the zoning and the number of students that are in Frisco ISD. So as of now, we're the only school in Little Elm.
The neighborhoods of Frisco's Frisco Ranch and Little Elm's Sunset Point feed into Robertson.
I love that Robertson Elementary is just a happy place to be.
Even though we are a large campus, we still have a small town, small community feel, and we're just one giant family.
Students may be from different areas like
Frisco,
Little Elm. However, they come together to work and play in the city named the safest in Texas, according to a recent report released by the FBI. Teachers feel that the students make Robertson Elementary a unique learning environment.
They just have such great personalities, and they're not afraid to be themselves. Their group of friends are different. They all kind of hang out together, and I think the kids are introduced to that at an early age, that you can be friends with anyone. It doesn't matter color or race.
Students have their favorites.
I'm gonna have to say art because I like drawing. Probably the teachers, they're so sweet and kind.
These girls seem to enjoy the learning opportunities they're given by none other than those who teach them. 4th grade teacher Krista Gillen hopes the learning and social skills she imparts in her students will eventually help them become well-rounded individuals.
My goal for my students is that they become lifelong learners, that they have a love for education and learning, and that ultimately they become responsible, respectful members of our community.
Parents don't seem to mind the blending of Frisco and Little Elm for the sake of education.
I don't feel like it's a big city school like you would find in Frisco. Smaller class sizes, a little bit more personal attention. I feel like I know the staff and they know who I am when I come in the door.
I've been very happy with the Frisco schools living in Little Elm.
I would say the passion that our kids and teachers have for learning. We have an excellent family community here where mom and dad are very supportive of the great things that we do here at Robertson. It's a fun place to be.
Although this Frisco ISD elementary campus is in Little Elm, there are no boundaries when it comes to providing an open learning environment for students to grow with the help of parents every step of the way. I'm Morgan Yarnick for Frisco ISD-TV.
Well, our district sure does stretch out far.
Yes, it does. And the district still owns land in Little Elm, so they may consider building another school in that area.
Moving on, students at Scoggins Middle School decided to take a stand, and Frisco ISD-TV Shekinah Berry was there as they joined together to fight bullying.
Scoggins Middle School took the bull by the horns to provide a more peaceful learning environment.
It's the Million T-shirt March Against Bullying, and it's sponsored partly by the Olveus Bullying Prevention Program, which all of the schools in Frisco now adopt and use.
It's a national event. It's going on at schools all across the nation, so it's not only something that we're doing right here at one of our schools, but there's students across the country doing it at the same time.
High schoolers held the red cape, encouraging students to bring bullying to the forefront.
Today we listened to speakers from other high schools.
I think it was fun when we got to hear all the answers from the older kids telling why they thought bullying was important.
Students were involved in classroom activities throughout the day to emphasize the overall purpose.
They downloaded the app to their phones to report bullying. They signed the Code of Silence banner, during lunchtime as well. All the teachers have done warm-ups and lessons today that had something to do with bullying.
We got a piece of paper and we crumpled it up and we pretended like we were bullying that piece of paper, and it showed us that when we uncrumpled it that when you were bullied you couldn't replace anything and you were still harmed.
As a special treat for confronting such a hard topic, a surprise guest took to the hardwood. An appearance by the Mavs man had students excited and on their feet.
We feel if one student decides to make the right choice and report bullying or stop somebody who's engaging in hurtful behavior towards somebody else, all of today has been worth it.
This Seahawk family charges full force and stands together to put an end to bullying one student at a time. I'm Sheehan Berry for Frisco ISD-TV.
Wow, they sure made more than just a fashion statement.
It definitely sends a powerful message to have so many schools stand up to bullying.
Speaking of standing up, Lexi Rodriguez has a story on this new high school and its independence.
Some may feel that Frisco ISD has enough high schools already, but the district is not dependent on that school of thought as they established high school number 7.
Independence High School, and the school board has a subcommittee that looks at potential names for all schools. With high schools, we normally have not named them for people. We've named them more either significant things going on at the time or something, that's historic to the area. And so we have Wakeland High School, which is named for a longtime superintendent, but Centennial High School was named for at that time we were celebrating 100 years of the school district, and then of course we have Liberty and we have Heritage and we have Lone Star, and you can kind of tell the theme there. So with Independence, the fact that it faces the road Independence, kind of lent itself to using that name, and of course you can draw in the whole patriotic theme as well as the independence that we hope we are passing on to students as they graduate and leave and go out on their own to be productive citizens.
It's being built on the northeast side of Frisco.
It's located on Independence between Main Street and El Dorado.
The selection of the staff and principal is a process that takes time.
We usually name the principal of a high school a year in advance because there's so much that goes into ordering things for a new high school, building the staff and all of that, so we give them a full year to do that.
It's often a hot topic of which areas will feed into that school.
We'll come up with a draft zone probably in September, October time, take community input on what they think about those zones, and then look at trying to make a final decision by December.
From mascots to colors, every secondary school in Frisco ISD has its own identity. Independence is building theirs as well.
The colors, the board chooses those when they begin the construction of the building, and so they've chosen purple and white with black as an accent color. The students, once we know who will attend that school, they will get to be part of choosing the mascot. So that will happen the 2014 school year. So it'll be complete that summer and be ready to open that fall when school begins.
As Frisco ISD continues to grow, they're building stronger foundations, keeping high schools small so students feel more connected. 7 high schools down, with number 8 scheduled to open fall of 2015. I'm Lexi Rodriguez for Frisco ISD-TV.
Thanks, Lexi. We're looking forward to welcoming the students at Independence High. Hey, Sondra, have you bought any plants lately?
No, I really don't have much room for plants.
That makes no sense at all.
What do you mean?
Mushroom are fungi. Never mind. Ashley Broom has more about a blooming sale at the CTE Center.
The beds were made and it was time to invite guests inside for a tour around the greenhouse. The horticulture class at the CTE Center were digging those who showed up.
Every year the horticulture department grows plants, and at the end of the year we go ahead and we sell them to the public or to Frisco ISD people so that they're able to beautify their yards, and the students are able to get the experience of what it's like to actually grow plants out.
The seeds were nurtured to grow and eventually be adopted into their new homes.
We buy all the plants as seedlings so that we get a huge variety and a large number from a company outside of Maine, and then we bring them in, the kids plant or pot them in pots, and then we grow them out to where they're ready to be put into your beds.
First-time buyers seemed excited about their new purchases.
This is going to be for the front yard, but we do have a garden as well. This is the first time I've ever been here. I love it. I think it's wonderful.
I thought, oh, it's an economical sale. I can't wait. So I'm supporting the school and making something good for me in my garden, and it's a good thing.
With the growth and support from the community, it seems the horticulture class will need more seedlings in the future.
This year's plant sale seems to be going very well. We've sold lots of plants. We're running low on lots of things, and makes me realize that next year we're going to have to double our numbers.
So get your green thumbs ready and be on the lookout for next year's annual plant sale. I'm Ashley Broom for Frisco ISD-TV.
Thanks, Ashley. The CTE Center seems to be popular for many events.
Tyler James draws our attention to the yam show, and this particular yam is not from the garden.
A series of exhibits at the CTE Center helped paint a picture of the arts program of Frisco ISD in celebration of National Youth Art Month.
There's a celebration of art the whole month, and they sponsor various contests and exhibitions at the Capitol. Students can design a flag that's flown at the Capitol, for example.
All of the Frisco ISD schools come and put on a display of their school's artwork. So last week was the elementary schools, and this week is the secondary schools, so all the middle schools and high school in Frisco are showing artwork.
We've got paintings, we've got photography, we've got graphic design work that all goes and is part of the show.
Middle and high school art teachers seemed pleased with the work on display.
You can see an incredible progression of skills through the grade levels, and leading up to just incredible stuff at the high school level that shows students are really building strong skills across a variety of media and having really great experiences.
It's strong, it's powerful, and it has, it speaks for itself, really. So I just would like to say thanks, because this is very inspirational just for, being an art teacher myself, to come and see what other schools are doing and what they're diving into.
Artist Monica Garza shared details about her piece.
This is a painting of my mother in a Mexican dress, and I'm just trying to express how beautiful the Mexican culture is through this painting, and I believe it was really successful.
While the teachers praised the art programs in Frisco ISD, they also seemed optimistic about the future.
The art programs in Frisco are excellent. They're well funded, but then you've got some wonderful teachers as well as very dedicated students, and that all translates into some very good art.
I so feel honored to get to work with students in this creative way, and I hope that we just keep encouraging it in the Frisco area.
Youth Art Month serves as a canvas for the artists of the district, which holds 2 nights to showcase the works of both elementary and secondary students. I'm Tyler James for Frisco ISD-TV.
Those students are really talented at what they do.
Definitely. Well, that wraps up another episode of Frisco ISD-TV. Tune in next time where we make a splash with the district's diving team.
And see familiar faces come back to the court to assist a coach in need. I'm Sheehan.
And I'm Sondra. Tennie. Thanks for watching.